Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. Only playing some Skye today. Of course, she got nerfed pretty hard in this update with her damage going down to 115 from 130. They forgot to update it here, but it is showing in the advanced section, and I've definitely noticed it in my matches. But on top of that, and I'd argue this is even more important than the damage nerf, everybody now has built-in Illuminate because of the item shop rework. It's not the exact same as like max Illuminate, but it's pretty much Illuminate 2 if I remember correctly. The builds are going to be the same: cooldown reduction, healing, speed, and reset. Two versions of it. Definitely did hear that she was a bit too good before their nerfs on like console specifically and the lower ranked stuff, and we'll see what they do with her in the future, because I think on PC she's going to struggle a little bit now after all these changes to her. She's still going to be solid for sure, and again, I haven't played this as first impressions more than like my proper thoughts or anything, but hopefully they use some of them in the future to tweak her kit a little bit more, because she's got a lot of space here. This Skye skin is definitely still one of my favorites. I really do like the Omen one as well, which I'll talk about and cover a little bit more when I play Omen next. You also got a card change, which I'm not really sure how to tackle, but we've got a Betty, Ceres, Ruckus, Andro, Payload, Greenwood versus Term, Grok, BK again, Fury and Maeve. Gonna go Smoke and Dagger and then the full speed setup here and kind of ignore the invis and try and make that work to again sort of show it off a little bit, but Fiery, Mortar Reach, Defiant, Flux Generator, and then for their side, Street Justice, Maelstrom, Undying Royal, and Exterminate. For some reason I always think Exterminate is still like the stun arm, but it's not. It's just Damage Fury now. Gonna try and play as like a bit of a healer, but also just a speed buffer for the team and see how that works. Hello Term, there's a Q here. We actually can just completely counterplay him. I didn't even really think about that when I was making the selection, but yeah, it should work very well to deal with him. We'll push on the Grok, he should be gone. My brain just froze for a second there. I feel really out of place playing Skye for some reason, even though I'm just like kind of adjusted at this point to the new sense. It still is weird whenever I play a character that has to get up close. Hello BK, there's Poison Bolt and a bunch of hits, but yeah, compared to a lot of other flankers, I feel like Skye's damage now is kind of low. Don't think I've noticed it as much on the Term, but on some of the squishies it takes significantly longer to actually go through them, especially if they're getting healing, which yeah, is a scenario where I really do feel it. Am I dead here? I'm getting heals from the Skye. I put the thing down. I'm Skye, by the way. I got heals from the Ceres. I have not been doing good with my callouts lately. That's a BK ult. Okay. I don't know really what I can do here. I'm just dead. Like, I cannot deal with them whatsoever. Maybe we can get rid of the Grok. Poison Ball him a little bit. That's a Fury ult. Hello, BK. There's Poison Ball shots on him here. I should have thrown the Q down, but I cannot duel a BK whatsoever. That really shows the differences in character. The BK can kind of jump me and get rid of me way before I can even take like half his health off. I'm going to try and not complain too much in this one, especially after the freaking Ram Khan Wombo combo, whatever the hell those videos were, but definitely still playable, just on a completely different tier for me at least compared to before. I'm going to Q and F, and then we're going to wheel all the way around. Definitely dead here unless we can get rid of him. Nope, just gone. Again, BK can bomb me and take half my health off, and I'm just out. I can't even duel a Grok because he's healing, especially when characters have damage reduction. I'm headshotting for like 120. That is really, really rough. I, again, totally see that she'll still have a place and will play a bit of a different role, can still do anti-tank kind of well, especially with Debilitate, but she's been nerfed and pulled around a few different ways recently, to the point where she's not really the same sort of thing as before. I threw the Q there for the heal, trying to get rid of the BK because he can just clear me. Look at how bad my damage is here. I know this isn't Skye's thing, like mid-range, but up close hitting for 115 is not going to, you know, duel with a lot of other characters. With her, the, you know, beams over there, it's not the beams, the, yeah, thing. We got the ult, we got rid of Maeve. This sort of range I'm hitting for 36. I used to complain about Talus having like weird damage, and they made that a little bit better and moved some other stuff around with him. Where Talus actually right now, compared to Maeve, not Maeve, Skye, I don't know why I would pick Skye for me, even though she can heal and speed buff. The damage is probably like the lowest in flanking category, I think. Could be wrong with that. That's a BK ult. Is he just there? He is. Sure, we'll just get the whole kit on him and eventually go through him. That took my entire mag. That's another thing for sure now. You have to empty a lot more shots into somebody. And Skye's mag is only 25, which is kind of rough. There's a Term on me here. Like, I feel like I can run away from him and get some shots and do okay. Skye definitely isn't ruined, but picking her over the other flankers I think is a little bit more difficult now. The sort of bursty damage Skye combo thing that she was doing before isn't really the same at all. But their BK shredded 17,375k. I did fine there. Again, of course, PC is a bit different, but they essentially hit Skye 2 tiers down, the damage and the invis. She still does the other sort of things, but when you compare to the rest of the roster here, no one else was affected by the invis nerf. Koga got buffed pretty massively. Buck has been kind of crazy for a while now. Some of the other flankers have been maybe doing a little bit better than they should have been. There is, of course, Seven who got moved and a few other that I'm probably forgetting in this patch and the one right before it, but it's been a little while since I can remember a character just being straight pulled down 2 notches in pretty heavy ways. Yeah, I guess just unlucky timing because of the item store, right? But we've got Betty, Vora, Io, Fernando, Onslaught Magics. We'll give it another shot. Versus Makoa, Grok, Genos, Seven, and Sati. Of course, in the next update, they can just adjust her upwards a little bit, buff her damage a bit, or do something with the Poison Bolts, or give her something else to sort of make up for the fact that she got hit 2 times down. But right now, it feels pretty rough playing her. And before, personally, I didn't really think her damage was that crazy anyway. But again, console, PC, it's different. For game 2 here, let's mix it up a little bit for the sake of the video. We're going to go debilitate and then the full damage setup without the speed. So we went for full mobility before with no real invis focus. I'll try and play a little bit differently in this one. Not that I think it's going to necessarily be better. Fiery, Unyielding, Scorch, Lifelink, Maelstrom, Luminary, Pluck, Tribunal, and Window. We're going to throw the Q here and then just push the Grok. Did that actually hit? It did. Mako went for the hook, but we dodged it. Obviously our self-heal early game is kind of crazy. Skye definitely isn't in a terrible spot. I'm going to say it again because I feel like I need to. But compared to before, yeah, I feel like going against a 7 is not even a great matchup, whereas before it might have been. Poison bolts there on the Makoa. I did just wait for a little minute there in the invis to sort of see how that would play out. But yeah, we do get the poison bolts up pretty quick with this setup. I'm going to just push him here, make sure he's gone, or I guess we try and get rid of the Grok instead. We do also have 2 charges on the Q, which is better than it was before, of course. Is he gone? Nice. 7 is on no health. I'm going to push, see if I can get him around spawn. Just want to make sure I'm not like completely butchering my explanation, because she is still playable and she does still have some really cool parts in her kit. And I like the fact that her Q has 2 charges. That is overall a really good change to her. I guess Debilitate also got nerfed not like a crazy amount ago. I can't believe I didn't deal actually enough damage there to even get it below half. There's a hit on him. See if we can finish her off. That ain't going to happen. She's still gone. Poison Bolt the Grok. He's going for the ult. I just tickled him. That was like 1 shot from a lot of other characters worth of damage. I'm dead to the 7. It's really hard for me to make this a video where I'm not just really criticizing how weird Skye feels at the moment, because I'm not trying to do that. But again, compared to before, and I don't think she was that crazy, she's 2 notches down. We just poisoned bot to the Makoa, got some decent damage. I think I used nearly a whole mag there. He ulted. We didn't even kill the Makoa. And we're going for like a full poison setup here with the talent. And the setup, which isn't really buffing the damage at all, just kind of juked him out a little bit. Hello, 7, there's poison bolts on him. The poison bolts at least don't drop off at all, but it's kind of hard for me to even make it like a fair comparison. I threw the ult down because she is a very different sort of character. Don't know why I'm playing as if I still have Smoke and Dagger, but maybe that should be part of her base kit and she should turn into a bit of a different character than she was before, and they don't want it to just be like the stealth burster. But like, I poison bolted the Makoa there. I used like a whole mag. Nearly, I did miss quite a few of the shots, and it just doesn't feel great to play her the way she was before. Don't know what I'm doing here. I guess we try and get rid of the Genos. I just dropped down and like empty my whole mag and just about could kill him. There's poison bolts on the Sati. Can we finish her off too? Yeah, no shot. That's a Vortal. Okay, that didn't actually work there. We'll throw the bomb. I thought that went way further back, but apparently not. I actually tried to aim it really quite far. There's a beam on the 7. I say beam, I mean bolts, but you get what I mean. Genos ult. Rip to the IO. This game's not actually going too bad for her. I feel like I'm doing fine here on Skye. Don't really know how to properly explain it. It's just she's in a strange spot at the moment. I think that's the summary. I'm going to stop yapping because I feel like I'm just going in circles at this point. Poison bolts on the Makoa. Yeah, I'm just dead. Yeah, I guess we killed him with tick damage, but there you go. There is the defeat stats on screen for you. We did find a pretty average match there just overall, but yeah, 58k highest damage on our side. Not that's really saying very much. Bit of a rough game, but both of them were a little bit rough. But I can't imagine a scenario now where I'd actually pick Skye and have a great scenario where I just shred with her. Again, that does sound kind of harsh, and I feel like this is, I guess, appropriate for the last 2 videos to make it a bit of a trilogy, and then I'll move on to characters that I've got a lot of good things to say about that I'll have a lot of fun with. But Skye right now, her spot is kind of rough, and I was going to do Kazumi, and I felt the same sort of way I played a game before trying to make a video, and yeah, I didn't really want to play Kazumi. And like I said at the start, this is why I don't cover nerfs often, because they end up being sort of negative videos where I don't have too much to really add. I think they could do a ton of really cool stuff with Skye. I think Kazumi's a little bit different because I just don't like the way she feels to play at all at the moment. So not the sort of character for me these days. But I think Skye really could be. I understand that she's a bit of a difficult character to balance because of just the way she is inherently with her kit. But right now on PC, she is not the sort of character I'm going to grab. Just because of power-wise, she doesn't feel particularly satisfying at any specific thing she's trying to do, like as Skye. You get what I mean? Of course I cover all the characters at some point. This is just going to be the amalgamation video of all the nerfed characters, even though I'm just covering Skye and the video's ending here. Yeah, Kazumi, I'm going to skip making the video on Kazumi for now, at least until I cover her again. And also Tyra, because she got Hunting Plenty nerfed, and that's just her marker going down to 1. I'm sure you get the point, but definitely let me know your thoughts on Skye specifically, which is kind of the focus of the video, and any of the other characters that were pulled down and in the comments. I saw her a ton like a day or 2 after the update, and she just completely dropped off afterwards, so I don't really know how people feel about her. I've just barely seen her after, like I said, day 1 pretty much. Thank you so much for watching. To end the video on some sort of positive note at least, I do really like this Omen skin, like I said, and this background. It looks kind of sick. I'll see you guys all really, really soon. Let me know also what you want to see me the next, and as always, I just hit my microphone. I'm leaving that in. Yeah. Stay frosty.